Welcome, Irish Nation. I'm Coach McKenna from Notre Dame Catholic High School, and this is our Great Day to Be Irish show. A lot of great things going on here. We're getting into our summer mode. Kids are graduating next week too, and everybody's happy and everything. So we just keep rolling along here with the shows. What I'd like you to do, this is a 12-month school. We have so many summer activities going on here. So if you could go to ndnj.org, check out our summer sessions, our camp, our educational enrichment classes, everything that's going on here at Notre Dame. Check it out. And also, if you want to check our other videos that we've done, go to the strength training page, and all the videos are posted up there, and I think you'll enjoy them. So far, we've been great. Saved, like to the fifth, sixth show, the greatest person in the building. I've got Peggy Wroblewski here. Peggy, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for asking me, John.
I guess where we have to start, Peggy, is because you've been here quite a while. Even though you're much younger than I am, you've been here quite a while. Could you kind of give us a little history about how you got here, where you came from, and how'd you end up at Notre Dame and look so young all the time?
You are so sweet. I'm going to come down here every day.
We said my wife trained me well,
Yes,
and
she
she
did.
has.
Good job, Cheryl. I actually graduated from Notre Dame High School, went to college, got a degree in history, did not think I was going to teach. When I left college, I taught at an elementary school for 3 years, left, worked in government for, I guess, 3.5, 4 years, and really missed education. And so one day I ran into the principal at Notre Dame at the train station, and he said, sure, come in for an interview. And I've been here for over 30 years and love every day of it.
Well, that's amazing. Could you go back maybe to those first couple years and kind of, what was it like here at Notre Dame, Because I've only been here 20, and I know what it was like when I came here, who was here. But kind of give us a kind of lay of the land what it was like here 30 years ago.
John, some things change, but some things stay the same. So it's basically the same. Has the interior changed? Yes. Have the uniforms changed? Absolutely. Have some of the teachers changed? Sure. I started teaching with some of the teachers that taught me when I came here.
Wow.
And they've retired. They've since retired. But the kids stay the same. The education stays the same. The dedication stays the same. So I
talk about this all the time because I go to clinics all over the country, and I hear people whining about kids are changing, they're doing this, they're doing that, and I believe it's our fault. And I don't let that happen down here, and I know a lot about your classroom. If you keep the same culture and you stay up on things and everything, it's your culture, and you develop that culture, and they will adapt to your culture, and I really believe that.
Yes, I believe that they will rise to the occasion. If you set the bar for them and make them believe that they can achieve that goal, they will. They'll do it for you.
Okay, even though you're a legend here, and there was another legend in the family apparently, and right before, as I came on here, your husband Joe, the track's named after him, everything. Mm-hmm. Can you give me a little bit about that? Because I was reading, I was Googling up on him the other day, and wow, what a resume.
Yeah, he was a track coach here for, probably 10 years. Had very good teams. Fielded very good teams, won a number of state championships, both his boys and his girls. Loved track, kids loved him. You're a coach. The connections that you make with these students out on the field is a little bit different, but the same as ones you make in the classroom. So when he was ill, I think that his athletes gave him that drive to keep fighting. And it's interesting because I still keep in touch with a number of them. Weddings and birthdays and baptisms and first communions, and it's nice.
Well, we talk about this all the time, and we all talk about our own families. But when you teach, and I really believe it happens here all the time, our extended families, and they become our family. You just don't teach them and let them run away. You teach them, and you become part of their lives. My wife and I were talking the other day. I have 5 weddings this summer. And they're all from kids that I've coached here and everything. And it's going to be a great summer, and I can't wait to howl at the moon with a couple of them for all the little niches they gave me along the way, So we're going to have some fun. But I think that's what makes Notre Dame a little bit more special, is we do become a family. And some family members leave, but you never really leave. You can always come back. You always stay in communication, and that's one of the neat things. Peggy, I'm going to take your class next semester, and what do I expect? And what do you teach, and what do I expect when I walk in your classroom?
What do I teach? I teach AP Psychology and American Legal Issues course. I expect you to learn the curriculum. I think we all want our students to do well in the classroom. I think we want them to get good grades, and we want them to pass those tests. But I think more importantly, we want to help develop them into good people, faith-based people, faithful people, conscientious people, people who are aware of what's going on in the world, who are concerned for other people, and compassionate. We want to build on the morals and values that they enter our school with. But it's very interesting talking to seniors. You say to them, are you different than when you walked in here freshman year? And to a student, they say, absolutely. I think our community service program is fantastic with making them realize I'm blessed. I just did a project with my seniors, and one of the things that they all reflected on was, I never realized how blessed I was. I never realized how blessed I was to be here. And I think we just want them to go out and to be good people. We want them to be successful, and that doesn't mean to make a lot of money. We want them to be good citizens, caring people.
And that's important, I think, and that changes the world a little bit a day at a time.
It'll-
Okay, you
your
open the
corner,
door.
Change your corner of the world.
That's all you have to do. I talk about this when everybody's questioning the Catholic Church right now and everything, and I say time out. Time out. Number one, the church is a building. The priests are men. They're just servants. Okay? Has God's message changed ever?
No.
So that's what you have to be part of, and just be a good person and change your corner of the thing. I say I worry about my house first, my second house here, and that's all I worry about.
Yeah.
And if I could change that, then I've done a little well. Well, you brought up the faith thing, so it gives me a chance to talk about campus ministry. And I believe, if I'm right, you've been on every Kairos since you've been here.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
We got a record here. We got a legend. Been at every Kairos since she's been here. Tell us a little bit about Kairos and how you feel it's important for the students here at Notre Dame.
You talked about us being a family, and you can never put into words what does that mean. You have to experience it. I think it's the same way with Kairos. It's a weekend that the seniors go away. It's 4 days, and it's just helping them get in touch with themselves, helping them get in touch with God, seeing where they are with their faith. It's probably one of the best weekends I spend with them, because you really do A, see growth, B, they walk out of there with this love that you just, when does it happen? I don't know, but it does. Every Kairos that I've been on. And every senior continues to wear their cross. And so, what is it? It's
right
hard,
here.
Yeah. It's hard to put into words. And I think you would agree. When juniors will say to me, well, what goes on in Kairos, Mrs. Robo? What is Kairos? You have to experience it.
It's something you
need
have to go
experience.
to. And kind of tell you the story how I got involved when I first started coaching here. Mrs. Reed, who runs the campus ministry department, and a big shout out to her because she does an unbelievable job, came to me and asked me to go, and I had to think about it. And then, I got to be honest, I was being selfish. I was a coach, and I would watch the Kairoses go, and they knew each other, but not really well. And then 4 days later, they come back hugging and kissing and loving each other. I said, wow, as a coach, there might be something here that I can learn that, bring a team together. I haven't missed one since. And record holder, been to every Kairos. I was the first coach to ever go on Kairos. So, and I'm proud of that, and I do. I wear this cross all the time because it means something to me. The experiences I have up there, the relationships I've built with the kids, with fellow teachers and everything, that a bond that we'll always have. I mean, and my wife goes up with us. She does a group. I know they could tell funny stories together all the time about their trip with their little skeleton head or whatever it was. But they're memories, and that's what your life's about, is the memories you can have.
And the bond that the students make. They continue years later to get together with their group, to touch base with their group. And they say, I always know that there's somebody out there for me. I always know that there's somebody that has my back.
And that's important because in this day and age, you need someone to have your back. And I think that's what, we're talking about, how do you define family? I think that's a great way to define it, is people have your back, and your family would always have your back. But how neat it is when you have an extended family, that would have your back. Peggy, if I'm going to ask you two questions, kind of. First one being, we got probably people out there thinking about becoming a teacher. And if you were going to give advice to someone coming into the teaching world and being with your wealth of experience, what would you say to them after 30 years?
You have to be passionate about it. You have to be willing to do the work. It is not a 8 to 2 job by any stretch of the imagination. And it's something, I can't believe I've been here over 30 years, because every day is different, every year is different. Even if you teach the exact same thing, every year is different because the students are different in your classroom, the makeup is different in your classroom. I think it's a great profession. I learn more from my students, I think, every day than they learn from me.
That's great.
I really and truly do think that.
One of the things that I find very sad is that if you read different books and everything, 70%, 80%, they say 70, 80% of the people don't like the job they go to, are unhappy.
Yeah.
So can you imagine doing something for 30 years that you don't want to do? And that's the blessing I have here. I know you do.
Right.
If you have a passion for yourself. I've always said that with coaching especially, and that's how I knew when it was time to stop coaching football, is that day before the first day of camp, if I wasn't up all night, kind of excited and ready to go, maybe got an hour's sleep. The night I got the season I got 8 hours sleep before, I knew it was time to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was time to get out because there just wasn't that tingle feeling there anymore for me to go in and excited about it. But as far as the weight room, that tingle's still there, so you don't have to worry about that.
And I still look forward to every year. I look forward to the summer. I think we all need a break, but I really do look forward to the start of every school year.
And it's funny you say that because even though I'm in here in the summer, we train a different way. So it's just the teams and everything. And I do look forward to the different seasons and everything. Okay, now I'm going to send my granddaughter someday to Notre Dame. I got a granddaughter coming in next year, actually. What advice do you have to an incoming student?
Get involved. I think get involved with as many clubs and organizations. Find your passion and go with it. Try out different things. We have hundreds of different clubs and sports teams and organizations. It's more than just the classroom. It's getting involved in the community. And I think that's the best advice that I could give them is it's a great place to try something new. Go outside of your comfort zone.
And one more thing, Peggy, kind of put you on the spot because somebody who I'm very fond of, and I know you've known for years and years, Mary Liz Ivins is retiring this year. So I'm going to let you give your personal kind of thank you or message to Mary Liz right on our Great Day to Be Irish show, and let everybody know what we think of her.
I don't know if I can do this, John, and not tear up. Mary Liz was my first department head when I came here. I started in the religion department before I moved to the social studies department. She's Notre Dame. Mary Liz is Notre Dame. She is a wonderful friend, a wonderful boss, a wonderful leader, a compassionate person. I know she's looking forward to going down the beach and grabbing her beach chair and a good book and sticking her toes in the sand, but she's going to be missed. It's the end of, it's kind of an end of an era here. It really and truly is.
But I'll tell you what, you talk about what kind of legacy you want to leave wherever you are. Nobody could replace the legacy that she's left here. What a wonderful person.
Amazing.
A friend, a mother to a lot of people, to everything, to everybody. And one of the biggest things that I love about Mary Liz, and I think we all can learn from this, we can have a heated discussion about a point, agree to disagree, which we do a lot, and everything, and you see her 10 minutes later, and it's like it never happened. A smile, a hug, and she's back to being just a great person. And that's an art.
And she knows what's going on in your life and what's going on in the students' lives, and she takes that time to say, hey, John, how's? Hey, so-and-so, how's? I mean, she's just, she's unique, and she's going to be...
And you're going to be missed. And we're going to tell you that. So that's our message.
Yes.
I don't think a better way to end the show on that than, yes, Mary Liz, we're going to miss you. You'll always be in our hearts, and we'll all, part of you is always going to be here.
Yes.
Hey, guys, have a great day. Great day to be Irish.